Hey, Nate. Just what has your message to the guys been going into tonight's game?
Well, we know we have to come out with a sense of urgency and get off to a better start. So we pretty much know where we are and what we have to do. I don't think it's much that we have to say going into this game. We've been talking about this for the last 2 days.
Next question from Zach Klein.
Coach, what's the prep been like the last day and a half, and you think you guys will be ready for the moment?
Yeah, well, we should be. We know exactly where we are and what we have to do to tie this series up. We dropped our last 2 games, and as I just mentioned, we've been talking for the last 2 days. It's time to play basketball, and that's get out there and take care of business.
Mark Narducci.
Nate, are you able to tell us who your starters are tonight?
Not right now. I have them, but not right now.
Understand. Okay.
Yep.
Just had to check. Thanks.
Right.
Any additional questions? Let's go to Kelly Kroll.
Hey, given what you just said about knowing where you guys are, what you have to get done, I know you said yesterday you got to get more stops and defend the paint, force some misses. And while that sounds simple, why has it been such a challenge essentially against this matchup and these guys?
We just haven't had good execution on that, Kelly. I mean, defensively, we're not getting stops. Offensively, we turning over the ball. So it starts with us establishing our defense, getting stops, and seeing if we can get out into transition. And once we do that, if we don't have anything early, what we've been doing all season long is execute in a half court. We got to take care of the ball. Coming into this series, we knew that this team did a good job of forcing turnovers, and we have really just had poor execution, especially in the first quarter of the last 2 games.
Cody from Fox 5.
You kind of talked about it there, Coach, but how important is getting off to a good start in this game for your team, and how can you do that?
Well, that is always the game plan, is to get off to a good start. We haven't done that in the last 2 games. The first game, we got off to a great start, 42 points in that first quarter. The last 2 games, we've only scored 20 points in the first quarter. So it's always important to get off to a good start.
And what's the best way to do that? I mean, I think back to this year, Bogey talked about the fist speech that you gave them to rile them up. Is it about what you can do in the locker room to get them ready to play?
Well, they have to do it out on the floor. As I just mentioned, we've been doing a lot of talking the last 2 days. We had a lot of time to, reflect on what happened in our last game and what we need to do. So it's got to happen out on the floor. We have to have that execution. You talked about the fists. What we're talking about there is being connected on both ends of the floor and being tightly connected. And we've just have not executed well enough to be in these last 2 games.
Any final questions for Coach McMillan? Deshaun Tate.
Coach, is this being kind of sought after as somewhat of a quote unquote must-win game in the eyes of the players, or as you?
It's not a must-win. It's a need to win. Must-win is you go home tomorrow. We definitely need to win this game, so that's where we are. We're not in a must-win. It doesn't end if we drop this game tonight to make it even tougher. But it's not a must-win situation right now. We need to win this game.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much. I believe that was our final question.
All right, thank you.